So let's get it going. What will be the fate of the Minnesota Timberwolves? What will be the fate of the Orlando Magic? Where again, I think you guys could end up being deceptively good. I immediately get a trade offer of Caron Butler and Robin Lopez for Monta Ellis. I do like Ellis. I do not need a player like him right now. Jared Dudley. So, yeah, that's not really worth it because they're both C pluses. So, yeah, it's not going to happen. And so far, the Timberwolves. All right, well, I said I was going to change up the fucking thing if we were terrible. And so far, we have indeed been terrible. Let's recall Gordon from the G League. I'm going to send down Dragic. That way he can play, and I am going to shorten this bench down to 10. Okay. If we tried not being terrible, I mean, that goes for both of us, really. Timberwolves don't have it this year, man. Why the hell did we bring on the Knicks coach? Oh, my God. All the complaining you guys did about coaches, I get stuck with the coach that has literally the worst record in the history of the NBA. All right, now the Timberwolves hovering with a not-so-good record. How good's Alonzo Farmer? 27-74, B-plus potential. PJ is what, a year younger? But his overall is worse, his potential's worse. Well, not a year younger, an overall point younger, excuse me. He is significantly younger. We'll hold on to PJ just because he'll have more value. 9-10 versus 13-8 for the Orlando Magic. I told you. I told you, chat. Sitting there acting like you're going to be able to keep tanking. I fucking told you, your record. I beat you there, though. You're welcome. You guys would be giving up a first-round pick there. That's obviously not what you're going to be interested in. That is a 2013 first-rounder for Tony Allen and Julian Bullard. Bullard's got a B-plus potential. Tony Allen's a C-plus at that point. It would be decent depth. It would be an improved depth. I mean, you guys are winning so far, but you would take a bit of a hit at point guard that you can't really afford to take right now. So... trade offer for Leandro Barbosa. Yeah, that's a no. Timberwolves barely hovering above 500. (17-13) as of the middle of January. We have less than a month to go before the deadline. T-Wolves are 5th in the West. The Magic are 3rd in the East at 19-15. I'm going to keep following the Timberwolves here because I have a more pressing set of circumstances as to whether or not I'm going to go for it or not. I told you guys you were going to be sneaky good this year. Decline that as well. I don't know why you guys didn't believe me. Or some of you didn't. In terms of contract extensions. Fucking A. So Geiger's leaving at the end of the year. Butler, Allen, Abdur-Rahim will all sign. I mean, Geiger's been a pretty damn big disappointment at center for me. The way I see this is my last shot. I don't dare re-sign Abdur-Rahim or Allen with how old they are. Butler's been incredibly disappointing. I need to be 100% convinced that this team, in 2 weeks, has what it takes to make a run in the playoffs. You guys got to trade for Wallace that you don't really need. So we know where Warwick ended up. 2012 first rounder for Barbosa. I'm going to decline. You guys got a trade offer for Bosch and Gordon. LOL. We're winning games. Green Livingston for a dude named Mayo and Trent. It's not worth it. Well, you guys know you're on the come up because the AI are trying to rob you again. It is the trade deadline. 26-17 for the Timberwolves, 24-19 for the Magic. Timberwolves 4th in the West, the Magic down to 7th in the East. For you guys, by the way, no pressing matter except for the veteran Powell saying that he's leaving. It's the Rockets right now who are the best team in this conference. And we should have fucking beat them last year, and we know we can beat them, and they signed Marcus Camby. There you go. Sharif, are you willing to accept this trade? This signing, man. Sure. Sucks. He's been on the block for the past 2 years. I haven't gotten a good offer. This is the biggest decision I've had to make with this team in a long time. Like, yes, it's true. I can re-sign them and then flip them at a later date if it doesn't work out. I'm going to dip my toe into the pool. I need to at least see what's out there for Sharif to know if I'm pulling the trigger on nuking it. I mean, that trade's fucking garbage. Chandler McGetty. Boy, they are insistent on that first round pick, aren't they? Hey, I can finally get Jason Kidd. Why the fuck are you insisting on that first rounder? Well, given every trade I have for Abdur-Rahim, teams are wanting a first round pick. There's no way. All right. Well, let's re-sign Mr. Abdur-Rahim. Ray Allen. 2-year deal. Team option. 14.25. I'm getting team options for these guys, which is in fact crucial. This way, I will be able to properly flip these dudes when the time comes. Looks like I was able to get everyone except for Hal Geiger at center. So we'll see if that is ultimately the right choice or not. But that's the direction I'm going. Well, let's see who the hell's making the playoffs, because we both are on pace to do just that. As absurd as that is. And it is absolutely absurd. Damn. Stop at the contract extension deadline really quickly. Just to double check. As expected, Geiger's leaving for me. You guys are losing Powell. Perfectly fine. 33-20 for the T-Wolves. 30-23 for the Magic. Both of us are hanging in there, playoff-wise. I told you guys I thought you would make it. And for for the right reasons, rightfully so. Rightfully so. We'll check at the beginning of April where we both stand. The Magic at 35-28. You're going to be right on the fringe. 38-29 as of April 1st. The T-Wolves 44-24. Timberwolves right now the 2nd seed in the West. The Magic the 3rd seed in the East. We're both going to make it if this keeps up. You guys would really have to fall off because the East has some pretty shit teams. I'd have to fall off. We're gonna make the playoffs. We would both have to absolutely collapse. We would both have to absolutely collapse over the next 3 weeks or so. That's not going to happen. We're both going to make the playoffs. Timberwolves have won 50 games. LeBron James wins another league MVP award, his 3rd in a row. Rookie of the Year, Russell Westbrook out in Sacramento. 6th Man of the Year, Baron Davis with the Chicago Bulls. Defensive Player of the Year, again, LeBron James. Most Improved, Salim Stoudemire. Oh, you mean my fucking horrible coach didn't win Coach of the Year? First team All-NBA, Arenas, Davis, James, Duncan, and Elton Brand. All-defensive team, Jermaine O'Neal, Duncan, James, Ray Allen, Chauncey Billups. The All-Rookie team is Westbrook, Rose, Farmer, Cartwright, and Kevin Love in Detroit. 2 seed yet again for the T-Wolves. I'll be taking on the Clippers. The Orlando Magic back in the playoffs, taking on the New Jersey Nets. We have both made the postseason again. I will be without Caron Butler for the playoffs. Torn MCL. Suffered in game 61. Jesus Christ, the playoff injuries once I get here. It's unbelievable. Allen and Abdur-Rahim led the way, but that is another situation where I'm frankly a bit worried about my team depth, even though it did get better. For you guys, it's John Starks, Chris Bosh, and their merry men, but you also had the minutes set up kind of crazily. A couple of playable injuries there. So let's take a look then at our teams. For the T-Wolves. No Dragic, no Butler. Honestly, probably switching to a 7 or maybe an 8. Barbosa and Turioff, the 8th man, and Lopez wouldn't really do much. Those are pretty much the dudes. Let's run my stars till they can't run no more. For you guys, there is literally no reason to keep this the same. Like, you're in the playoffs. You try to win now. You are without Gerald Wallace. At the worst, you run a 10-man bench. A 10-man bench? A 10-man bench. You get Bosch out there for 42 a night, Starks out there. The others can kind of bounce around a little bit. But you could run 10 to get like Chalmers, McGee some playing time. If you didn't want to try to tank it, 8 would be fine. 9 would be fine. To be honest, you don't need JaVale McGee in there. Why would you keep it the same? You're in the playoffs. You might as well try to win. What would actively be the point of making sure these rando scrubs here actually play? What would be the point of that? You're in the playoffs. Try to fucking win. Try to win this. For the love of God, I'm rooting for you. Trust me. I'm not even going to let you intentionally tank it. You're in the playoffs. Try to win. Let's take a look at what we're up against. I'm going up against the Clippers. You guys are going up against the Nets. The Clippers look like this. So Dirk is gone, but Kobe and Paul Pierce are still there. Derek Fisher, Anderson Varejao, Aaron Brooks. That's not much easier, even without Dirk. Not much easier. The New Jersey Nets, your opponent looks like this. Jason Terry, Andre Iguodala, and to be honest, not much else. An ancient Brian Reeves, Joakim Noah, Tony Allen. That is a winnable series for you guys. That is a winnable series for you guys. Meanwhile, I got to take down 2 of the best ever. Fuck. Well, let's put a prediction up for the first time in a long time, because it turns out it's not that much of a jinx. Let's see how it goes. First round. And you guys will be starting things off here. Game number 1 against the New Jersey Nets. First Magic playoff game in a couple of years. And you just absolutely pooped on the collective chest of the New Jersey Nets. 124 to 103. 24 points for Bosch, 23 for Starks. That's a good playoff debut for a very, very young team. But no, let's run the 13-man rotation. Game 1. Timberwolves and Clippers. I got a feeling I am going to be on the receiving end of this pooping. We shall see. For once, we're on the beneficial side of things. Because, Davis, because I just heard about it an hour ago for the first time. 107 to 106, the Timberwolves get a close win in their favor. Ray Allen and Sharif Abdur-Rahim getting it done. Geiger with a double-double. Turioff was 1 of 10 from 3. I hate Ronnie Turioff. All he does is just put up 3-pointers. It's fucking terrible. Kobe with 30 points. Double for Paul Pierce, but it did not matter. Game 1, we both get a win. Game 2, Magic and Nets. I'm sure the Nets will put up a bigger and better fight this time. I'm sure of it. And indeed they are. But the Magic are still going to win. 91 to 78. Double-double for Chris Bosh. 20 points for Al Horford. And another victory in the books. For the Magic, 23 from Jason Terry. Was not enough. Game 2. Wolves and Clippers. I know how this is going to go. I don't even have to pay attention to this. I know exactly how this is going to end. The Timberwolves victory, 121 to 116. Both of our teams with a 2-0 series lead. Ray Allen and Sharif Abdur-Rahim. Double-double for Sean Livingston. 39 from Kobe. 23 from Pierce. Didn't matter. They have less depth scoring than we do. Game 3. Magic and Nets. Magic have dominated this series. The Magic will continue to dominate this series. 103 to 86. Double-double for Chris Bosh. The Orlando Magic 1 win away. Why is that guy in a hockey rink? 1 win away from the second round for the first time in a very, very long time. Let the comeback begin for the Clippers. You're not fooling me. They have Kobe. They have fucking Paul Pierce. Like, come on. We know how this is going to end. 117-90. The Timberwolves also have a 3.3 game lead. I'm used to saying point lead. Ray Allen a double-double. Abdur Rahim doubles for Geiger and PJ Tucker. Wow. Both of us have a 3-0 series lead. Game 4. Magic and Nets. Gerald Wallace might be back. We might have to double check the rotation. Oh my God, the Magic do not show up at all. 109-74. Holy shit, Bosch didn't. Nobody fouled out, by the way. Nobody fouled out. That was the worst playoff performance I've ever seen. That is as big of an oof as you can get. Oof. I mean, Green's injured, but not like injured. To be honest, based on the bench, you got Wallace as the 6th man, small forward, Ilyasova at power forward, Baca at power forward center. You probably want to run 10 now to get Chalmers in there as a depth point guard because Starks doesn't play point guard. That was honestly your best bench, is to extend it a little bit to make sure that Chalmers is getting factored in. For myself, honestly, Barbosa, Turiaf are fine. I could up it to 9, but both Lopez and Davis are big men. And I'm still without Caron Butler. Can the Minnesota Timberwolves do what the Orlando Magic did not and seal the deal on a sweep? The answer's no, by the way. I am refusing to buy into this. Okay, we just swept Kobe and Paul Pierce. 113-97. Sharif Abdur-Rahim, 11 of 13 from 3. To offset horrible nights from Allen and Barbosa from 3. PJ as well. That is the second year in a row with a first round sweep in our favor as we knock out Pierce and Bryant. In a fucking sweep, we will play the Golden State Warriors, who swept Memphis in round 2. Can the Magic close out their series against the Nets? That is the question. The question. The Nets live to see another day. 102-96. Decent game for Starks and Bosch. Again, nobody fouled out. You guys need to shorten the bench. You need Bosch and Starks playing more. You absolutely need to shorten the bench at this point. You have to get your stars out there. It might not guarantee like an Eric Gordon playing, but yeah, you need to shorten the bench. You need Starks and Bosch out there for over 40 minutes. You need to. Absolutely need to. Game number 6. It was a 3-0 series lead. It is now 3-2. The winner advances to play Vince Carter, LeBron James, and the Toronto Raptors in round 2. The New Jersey Nets have forced Game 7. Well, that is That's something. Game 7 between Houston and Phoenix. Game 7. Magic and Nets. A 3-0 series lead. You got the best setup you possibly can to have your star players just go for it. Here it is. Game 7. Game 7 for the Magic. The New Jersey Nets have reverse swept the Orlando Magic. Wow. Welcome to the playoffs for the youngins. That is one of the worst. That is one of the worst playoff losses that we've seen in this near 20-year franchise mode. Holy hell. Like you didn't expect to be there. That is... That is your Toronto Maple Leafs losing to the Washington Capitals moments for the hockey fans in attendance, where you shouldn't have even been there, you didn't expect to be there, but you also could have fucking won it, and arguably should have won it, and instead they're going home. Absolutely tragic. Bosch. Not looking that great. He was the main man, and he just could not get it done. It should be the start of something special, but that's frankly horrific. Meanwhile, I had the better depth scoring that I desperately, desperately needed. Especially without Caron Butler. That was, Leafs Habs is also a fair comparison. The Minnesota Timberwolves move on to round 2. The rough, bark, bow, wow. Shockingly, you're not getting roasted more on the social medias.